Hi, this is the walkthrough for the Telegraph prize crossword from Saturday the 13th of June. We'll start with 8 across. A song for Al Von Trapp won't start, so it was Maria Von Trapp. We get rid of the star, and that gives us aria, which is a song. And then we'll look at one down, I think. Savage to devour rook and chicken portion. Well, a chicken portion, is it a leg or a thigh? In this case, it's going to be a breast, I think, because it's R for rook, going inside beast, which is a word for savage. So that gives us breast, chicken breast. And then we've got another quite straightforward one. Dark treacle in short while. A short while is a mo. Found by lasses, which are girls, gives us molasses, which is dark treacle. And then we've got another anagram, which is 12 across. Amazing sunspot dew to explode. So it's an anagram of sunspot dew, meaning amazing, and it's going to be stupendous. A stupendous answer. Then we'll have a look at 16 across. Firm, obviously we know is often CEO for company. Embracing a socialist, which is a red, which gives us credo for a set of principles. And then we'll have 17 across. If dad could be pop, and if you look at something, you could say you eye it, which gives us Popeye, who is, or rather was, don't see much of him anymore, a musical, muscular mariner. 21 across, pretty straightforward one again. Occasional work for Bond villain, if you have the odd job. An odd job was the hat-wearing henchman from Goldfinger. And then we'll have 6 down, huss cooked with 1, that's just an eye, and it gives us an anagram of huss, and what eye is sushi, a fish dish. 15 down, cherish and adore. D.H. Lawrence initially slammed, so if you slam, so it's an anagram of adore, and then D.H. and L, and it's going to be, if you cherish something, you hold it dear. Oops, bit of a mistake with the D's there. Forgot a D. Apologies. Hold dear, 15 down. And then 22 down, well, it begins with J, and the only boat that I know that begins with a J is a junk. And if you could, S for sun, consigns the scrap heap, junk something. Some excitement for couple, or within the word excitement is item. Are they an item? Are they a couple? 25 across. And 26, compilers from Cono. Is that how you say it? It's definitely an island anyway. And it's compilers, so it's going to be Irish setters. Compile something, you set the crossword, you're a crossword compiler. 16 down, vicious gatekeeper who found employment in barking. With those letters in, it's going to be Cerberus, the three-headed dog that guarded the gates of the underworld. And this, what tweeters do to have negative effect on the originator. We're just talking about birds here, as in tweeters. And if something comes home to roost, it can come back to have a negative effect on you. So I think that's what that one is. And then we'll go for 18 across. Go for, replanted. So anagram of go for. And then forest. Well, the Forest of Arden is a forest. And if you pop that after that, an anagram, you can get roof garden, which is somewhere where you might have domestic high growth. Bit of a funny clue, that one. The fat of the land do we hear? I think that's just going to be Greece. It's fat, but also it sounds like the country. And then 23 across, unbalanced. Indeed and so, this. So I think it's an anagram of indeed and so, meaning unbalanced. And it's going to be one-sided. If something's one-sided, it's an unbalanced match or whatever. Five down. This is a good clue. Satellite, first going between rings. So first in this case isn't the first letter, it's actually one ST. And then we see a ring at the end, that's just a zero, letter O. But the other ring is going to be, if you ring somebody, you call them. And that's going to be Callisto, which is a moon of the solar system. And then we'll do 13 across. A Colossus could say is a Titan. Inspiring current, so taking something in if you're inspiring. Current in this case is like physics, R equals V over I. So it's letter I, and it's going to be Titian, who's a painter. Again, another energy one here, and that's going to be an anagram of E, and Orlando, meaning a genius, and it's going to be the polymath Leonardo. And then we can do energetic man on board. A man on board is a castle, a rook, and if you're energetic, you could say you're bouncy, couldn't you? And something you blow up at an event would be a bouncy castle. Nice clue. 2 down. European nudist. Well, with the letters in, I think that's going to be bear, pole, and drinking gallons. So G for gallons going in. It's going to give us barge pole, which is something which you would use to push the boat out. $14 down, inflammation of a certain spot. I think looking at what we've got in, I think it's going to have to be there it is. If you say, oh, there it is, it can't be helped. But inflammation side, if you write it out, it's there itis, as if it was a sort of disease or an inflammation. 3 down, concert in timeless African port. So an African port could be Tunis without the T for time. If something's going ahead, is it on? And then if something's in unison, it's in a concerted effort, you do something together. Gifts bestowed, an important letter read out. This is going to be large S. Do something in your large S. You're gifting something. And a large S, actually just the letter S, yeah? So it leaves us with just a few. 7 down, I think it's going to be Belgian city's Liège. And Liegeman, my liege. So I think that will be that one. And then 11 across, I'm about to stay in the same place. This is, you need your Latin head on for this. So it's I'm about to, so I and M, and then to stay, if you bide something. And it's ibidem, which means in Latin in the same place. You see ibid in footnotes and so on. Which just leaves us with this really tough one, really quite obscure. It's going to be, disciple is going to be Peter, beheaded, so you get rid of the P, so that's E-T-E-R. And then if it's an old disciple beheaded, it's going to be an X, and then Eater, and it's going to be Exeter, which I think is a diocese. It's certainly got a cathedral. So there we go. We'll finish there, all done. Hope you enjoyed that one, and I'll see you again soon.